Hi, I'm Kay from Ming Makes, and in this video I'll be showing you how to use a double tracing wheel. I'm using this one from Clover. There's a link in the notes below. A tracing wheel can be used to trace a pattern onto fabric or paper, used together with dressmaker's carbon or transfer paper. I'm using Saral transfer paper, which was originally developed for artists, but I find it works really well on fabric and gives a good clear line. It's wax-free, the lines can be washed out, and it won't be set by a hot iron. It comes on a 12-foot roll, which you can cut up, and comes in other colours too. The Clover tracing wheel comes in the packet like this, and you take out the wheels and position them where you want, turning them 90 degrees for use. You can put them in increments of 5 millimeters apart, so 5, 10, 15, all the way up to 30 millimeters. You can also use it to mark a single line by only turning one of the wheels. You can remove the unused one, but there's a good chance you might lose it, so I'd keep it in but turned round. It is serrated, so marks a dotted line, as opposed to this prim one that gives a continuous line. A double tracing wheel can be used to mark seam allowances or stitching lines. So for example, you can easily change a seam allowance to make it narrower or wider, or mark a stitching line to follow for accuracy, or if you're copying a ready-to-wear item and need to add seam allowances. In the case that I'm demonstrating, I'm cutting a toile for the bodice of the Lilu dress. It's a sleeveless dress, and I want to assess where the armscye or armhole will lie on the finished garment, and therefore without the seam allowance. I could have marked this on the fabric before cutting it out, but instead I've cut the full piece out and I'm going to mark the seam allowance so I can trim it off. I place the transfer paper down with the darker marking side up, and then place the piece I want to mark on top. This is one of the back pieces of the dress, and this is the armhole where I want to cut the seam allowance off. Set the distance you want between the wheels. In my case, the seam allowance is 15 millimeters. Then I'm going to trace round, making sure the outer wheel runs along the edge of the fabric. The inner wheel is automatically going to mark 15 millimeters inside this. There's the mark, so I can now trim the seam allowance off. You can also use this technique for assessing necklines. So that's the double tracing wheel, a really useful tool. Links to my website and blog on mingmakes.com are in the show notes below. Let me know how you get on in the comments section. Click like if you found this useful and subscribe for more video content.